Hey, damn Dow. Hey, Roy. Hey, Alicia. Hey, don't like that. How you doing? We got about 8 inches of snow over the last couple days. Brunch party is right. Hey, Renee. How you doing? Hey, Yankee. How you doing? Yeah, the snow is it's beautiful out. That blue ice. I've never seen anything like that. I've seen little like thin panes where there was a blue tint, but nothing like that. That was absolutely fantastic. Oh, hey man, there's nothing wrong with snow. It provides good moisture content for the soil. Eventually. Come on, Daisy. Come on, man. Oh, Canada, yeah, I bet you do. Yeah. This is good though. This is like normal. That blue ice I thought was absolutely fantastic. I wasn't even going to go up there. I thought it was like overhyped, but that was really spectacular. Anybody with I can tell you this, I've called some friends of mine. I mean, you guys know I get out, I'm always doing stuff. But I would rank that in the top 5 of like oppressive natural occurrences I've seen. That was and it looks better in person. Really super cool. I mean, hey Rita, but anybody that's in driving distance to that, I would highly recommend taking the trip. The hotels are open. You can eat up there. It's a beautiful place to begin with. And another thing too, it's one thing seeing the blue ice, but since I've lived up here, I mean, it's the same distance for me to go. Well, it's actually much closer. It's 50 miles closer for me to go there than it is to go to Detroit. So I go up there a lot. I mean, I don't know why, but I love being up there when nobody's there. And I love being in resort towns during the off season. I don't know why I'm that way. And since I've lived here, it'll be 10 years this spring. I've never seen that under the bridge like that. I've been going up there the whole time. I've seen ice before, but to pull into that parking lot, Fort Michilimackinac, I say Mackinac sometimes too, Mackinac, and see kids and families having a hell of a time. It reminded me of an old black and white photo when they harvested ice. So cool. Yeah, it's beautiful. Kids running around underneath the pillars. I mean, I've got a ton of videos of that same spot during every season you could think of. And it is so cool seeing like people having fun, kid hiding in ice caves, and really fantastic. That doesn't really freeze like that much there. I mean, it does freeze, but not those crazy ice formations when you're going to let a 3-year-old go out there and walk around there without worrying about him falling through. It was a beautiful sight. What else I liked about it was all the kids. Kids are having a hell of a good time, man. That's a memory a kid will have they'll never forget. Unless, of course, they get Alzheimer's when they get older. But if you can make it to Michigan, it's going to be cold this week. I'm telling you, that is a phenomenon. It really is. Really beautiful. I'm going to finish my coffee. The problem with this Culver's, when you pull out of there, there's no place to pull over and eat. Yeah, I'm going to get a walleye dinner. I'm glad you just brought that up. I'm going to finish off my coffee here in this Aldi's parking lot, and then I'm going to go nail a walleye sandwich before they run out of them. You know, I'll tell you, I had a You know, you get a bad meal someplace, big deal. It's not the end of the world, but and they weren't open that long. But I got that cod dinner when they first opened, and I was hungry as hell. I got the 3-piece. You know, I got a large diet pop. Cod dinner was like $24 or some shit. That fish was so crappy and greasy, I ended up throwing everything but one piece of the fish to the seagulls. I called them up. I even called them up and said, "Hey, I'm not a guy that takes free things. I don't. If I bitch about something, I don't want a free meal or a free dessert. I just don't, because that way, you've got to think my complaint is legitimate, because I'm not accepting anything in lieu of it." And I called there and I talked to the lady, and they wanted to give me a free fish dinner. It's like, no, that's okay. I'm just telling you, this fish dinner was terrible. And I never got one again. You know, it's like anything is, right? You go out on a blind date on Match.com and it's a transgender and they didn't say anything about it. That's disappointing. You get a greasy fish dinner, it sucks. Same shit, you're disappointed. It's subjective. It's for you to decide whether you liked it or not. Come on, dumbass. Stupid old dyke. I'm gonna go back here. Look at the icicles. This is busy today. I'll tell you, whoever designed this parking lot needs to get laid off. Yeah. I'm gonna finish this. Oh, Manistee, you lucky dog. Hey, Roy, over there in Manistee, that's a fantastic view of your town as you come into town there. When you go down to the water right down there in Manistee, right now, is there anything cool to look at? Do you have open water and ice too, or just ice, or just water, or what? Yeah. Hey, Mark, you know much about those heating system at Astrovan Safari? Do you know much about it? No, when I lived in Detroit for a while, and the whole reason I moved down there was to play basketball in the hood. And I'm not kidding you, it was Herman Gardens before they changed it, and it was the hood big time. I saw one guy get shot, 2 guys get stabbed. I was the only white guy playing down there. I lived at 7450 Woodmont. Anyway, long story short, I'd go down there, get there around midnight. We'd play till like 3, 4, or 5 in the morning. A couple of those guys that played got Division I scholarships. One went to Central, one went to Ball State. I mean, these guys were some ballers, man. And the funny thing about it is when I was down there, you know, it's like anything. They were cool to me. It was never like talking or, which is what I fully expected, was just having basketball fun. It was so weird. It was weird. Like if there was a confrontation playing basketball, they would like, the guys I played with would be mostly like, sorry about that. Where if it was somebody they knew from before, they'd be wanting to start fighting. It's funny the dynamics that occur when someone shows up like that. They'll make you think that you're going to get murdered when you showed up down there. It was the opposite. Yeah, so here's the problem I have. So I've noticed this happen before. The heat when I have this on is like good most of the time. But like I went up, I left the van running when I was photographing that ice. And I've noticed sometimes when I leave the van on and I'll come back and the heat's barely blowing out, even on high. And I can hear like a squishing sound sometimes when I'm driving. Well, last night, about maybe 50 miles south, the heat, there wasn't any heat. Remember I mentioned that my legs were getting cold? There was no heat. Now, it doesn't really show the consistency of what would be a stuck thermostat, and I thought, well, maybe the antifreeze is low. I just checked that it's not. I did take the cap off, and I see there's some rubber that's kind of falling apart on the cap. I don't know if that's enough to clog the heater core or not. But anybody out there got any ideas on this? The heat comes and goes. Like right now, it's fine. I wouldn't say anything to anybody. Super hot. I don't think it's a stuck thermostat. Anybody know what this is? Hey Amy, how you doing? Oh, it's Valentine's Day today. I didn't even know that. Hey Amy, seriously, how's the sleeping going? Hey Stelly. I didn't even know it was Valentine's Day. Guess I'll have to put less air in my blow-up rubber doll. You think that's it, Donlight? Replace the radiator cap? Don't like that? You think that's what it is? Where you at, Intellectual? I'll buy you a damn walleye dinner right now if you want one. If you're not hungry now, I'll come back down here and buy you one later. We could eat it inside. Yeah, well, here's the thing. If you had to grade your sleep now, and 10 was being the best, what would you put it at, Amy? What would you put it at? Yeah, thank you. I'm going to do that. Don't like that. Thank you. That's great advice. So you think the cap could cause that with regard to heat coming and going? Oh, you're in a drive-through right now? Where you taking it home to eat, or you gonna eat in the Aldi's parking lot? Now, Amy, was that with 7.5 milligrams? Was that half a pill, or did you take the whole pill? Oh, okay, that's what I'm gonna do then. I'll go to AutoZone and do that, yeah. And that, you can see that cap, that rubber is like falling apart. I hope that didn't clog the heater core. Okay, if it's a 7 and you're only taking half, you were prescribed 15 milligrams, right? Yeah, it's because you're getting better sleep. That's why. Take the 15 milligram. Take the 15 milligram. And also drink a good glass of water when you go to bed. A good glass of water. Seriously, I think this could end all your problems. Tomorrow you'll be telling me you have a 9 or a 10 for sleep. I just got the water pump replaced last summer. Oh, okay, yeah, good luck to you. I think that'll end your problems. Now, you know, it takes a little while for you to get used to that. And the downside is the half-life of Remeron. I mean, there's always going to be a side effect. Well, I shouldn't say always, but there are side effects. And the whole goal is having the medicinal purpose outweigh the side effects. Are you going to be up late, huh? Is there a wedding you're going to today, or is that a TV show? Oh, a heater, really? I better just, I'm taking it in to get this front end rebuilt Monday. If it could be all these things, I think I'll just mention it to them. I don't really feel like eating a walleye right now, but I think I'll come back. Oh, okay, after work, okay. I'll be on later tonight. Glad to see these snowmobiles. These people have been getting ripped off out of snowmobiling since I've lived here. Wearing out their tracks because they're going over dirt more than they are snow. This is the most half-ass ordering system that ever existed. See if I see intellectual in here somewhere. Everybody's excited to get their hamburger. Pulling out in front of each other. Oh, Alder parking lot. Yeah, they're always busy, but part of that is that cook to order. They cook it right there, which is why it's 1,000 times better than anywhere else around here. If you guys never had a Culver hamburger, get one. Doing a surveillance on Melodic Intellectual Pizza. Small world, isn't it? Be on a YouTube chat and a guy in the chat's in the same little town you're at. That's what he needs, is to me to come up to him and interrupt his walleye dinner. How's that walleye? Tell me that, Melodic. Is the walleye any good? Yeah, Culver's is really good. I'm not kidding you. If you go to a small place like where they're famous for hamburgers, that's what Culver's tastes like. It's that good. Yeah, I'll let you finish your dinner. I'll get with you later. I don't want. There's nothing worse than somebody knowing that you're eating, pulling up next to you while you're eating and wanting to talk. I'm not a total moron. Culver's Deluxe is good. You got to be careful. You got to be careful eating that baby. Yeah, Culver's is really good. Yeah. Let Daisy run around a little bit today. These are my friends right here in this gray car. Yeah, drive-through. Not only that, but even when you're coming through around the opposite side of where you make your order, it's too narrow. I mean, people are like close to backing up into people all day long. If it was 1960 where they're If it was 1960 where there were no backup cameras, they'd be backing up into each other all day long. There's not enough room. Yeah, no, you're right about Manistee. Yeah, that's the thing. That's kind of how it is, and don't feel bad. It's the same way on the other side of the state, Tawas. You know, the truth of it is, though, after this COVID stuff and, you know, things changed, that the food options, a lot of places went down the drain. I mean, you couldn't, no matter where you lived, you couldn't go in and dine. It ended up working out for fast food, but man, if you were a legitimate sit-down dining, you're lucky to still be in the game. Yeah, it's hard to get good food. It really is. And if you've noticed, any place that I've went in that survived, that can still somehow open their doors, their prices really went up a lot. There's a business philosophy out there that they get you to try to avoid, that when revenue drops in a business, the wrong way to handle it is to raise prices. But that's kind of a natural reaction, you know. All of a sudden you're working your ass off 60 hours a week and you're not even breaking even. That's what 25% capacity will do to you. So the first thing you think of, it's like, well, how about if we just raise prices? We're down around, I'm 9% short of breaking even. How about if I raise the price of everything 15%? People really won't care? Well, yeah, they will care. People are weird about that. You change the damn menu a quarter and everybody notices it. It's so strange. It's like getting gas. They'll get ripped off on everything else and drive 50 miles out of their way to save 3 cents on a gallon of gas. It's like that on menus. No, I'll get you one tomorrow. I'll buy you one. You think you'll be able to, if we go early, you could give me I could drop my van off in Skipway Lake, and then we'll get a walleye dinner afterwards. Hey Lana, how you doing? Hey Lana, that box that you got me, believe it or not, I didn't open that yet. And the reason I didn't is because I got a bunch of boxes sent to me for the girls, and I didn't know what's for what was what. Well, I just moved them all where I'm gonna sort them tonight, and the ones that I don't know who they're going to, I'm forced to open. But is there any clue you could give me on that box? It'll just be one less box that I open that I wish I didn't have to, that you sent. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know where it came from, but like take Amazon, for example. A lot of people, get things for the girls through Amazon. The downside is most of the time I don't know who they're for. So I get the box, open it up, and I still don't know who it's for. So I got to post a video or post a picture. Sometimes they've got this little rectangle of paper in there saying this is from so-and-so, but most of the time it's not. It's like a real flaw on Amazon. Unless the people that order it don't tell them. That's a possibility too. This is the airport. I was gonna let Daisy ride around a little bit. The company that owns the door making thing here, Wausau Supply, that's their company car right there. So I can only assume that business may be slow. Look at these icicles on these buildings. Hey Lisa, yeah, happy Valentine's Day. I didn't even know it was Valentine's Day. Oh, okay, Rita. All right. Well, that answers that then. Look at these crazy icicles. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yep. Thank you. Thanks for sending that too. I'll get back with you after I open it. Oh, hour and a half, Chattanooga. All right. I've been through there. There used to be a famous antique marble collector there, Everett Grist. Total gentleman. G-H-R-I-S-T. Everett Grist. I stopped in there and saw him a couple times. Used to own an antique store. He just died not long ago. I know that sounds crazy, but I was really into vintage marbles at one time. Handmade and machine made. I'm at the airport. I'm gonna get down there this week or next week, Lana. I got your magic potion. Number 59, Chanel 59, or whatever they call it. What's that famous Chanel perfume? Chanel number 59. Be able to put it on for your 20-year younger boyfriend. Sexy tiger. Sexy tiger. Yeah, this is the airport out here. Another thing I don't like about this phone is it gets so damn dark when you're outside. Can't even see it. I was surprised that blue ice came out as good as it did on the phone. Hey, hon. Wow. Wow, hi. Oh, thank you, Sharky. Chanel number 5. Oh, okay. Chanel number 5, yeah. You know, I'm not bragging. It's just, believe it or not, I know this guy through Antique Marbles. The guy that runs the thoroughbred horse racing farm for them in Lexington. I met him through Marbles like 25 years ago. I haven't talked to him in probably, 9 years. He was always going to give me a tour. I mean, I should take it, but I don't know. I just, all these things that you like a little, but you don't like a lot. Wow. 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 Daisy eats snow a lot. Good girl, hon. Wow. 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 She needs this. Wow. Wow. Yeah, she loves the cold weather. Good girl. I do this with her from time to time if I don't get to take her walking somewhere. Oh, there's a big raven. You tired out? You tired out? Wow. Yeah, she's getting tired. Wow. Wow. I just got on about 15, 20 minutes ago. How you doing, Maggie? Man, I can't believe I'm still alive after all these years. I was flying up here in airplanes 40 years ago. Actually, longer than that, 42, 43 years ago. Crazy how fast time flies. My first airplane that I bought, I rented airplanes before, but it was a Tri-Pacer, a 1956. Actually, it's on YouTube. Look it up. A kid from Wyoming bought it. Now he's a mechanic in Denver. There's 2 videos. When he bought it from a guy in Ohio, and when he flew it around. For some reason, he's not flying it much in Denver. It's November 1261 Charlie. Look it up on YouTube. November 1261 Charlie. It got a lot of views too. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You feeling good, huh? It's a nice airport. You good girl. She loves coming out here. I don't come out here this much. Feeling good, huh? Huh? Feeling good? See if they got any new flying. I pick these magazines up from once in a while, and then I don't even read them. I mean, so I don't pick them up anymore. Pilot's Lounge. See, this is where I would take off from. Right. Ann Arbor right there. And fly all the way up here. I go over to Saginaw Bay. That's where I go now, and go to that bird sanctuary. Then fly up here all the way to where that pin is. West Branch. See, this is a military operation area. See the MOA? I mean, we get fighter jets that come over here 100 feet over the house. And you can see when you get up further north, if you're going up to Mackinac, these are all, see, Pike MOA. You better be looking out the window when those areas are, if they're active, you're not even supposed to be out there. And that's where I was yesterday. Mackinac. See Mackinac Island, the little airport? Yeah, Daisy's a good dog. Yeah, public airport. No public, Maggie. Yeah. Oh, do you, Adam's apple? What do you want? What do you want? Go bye-bye? Do you want to go bye-bye? Yes or no? And as you can see, you know how I always tell you when I'm in Taos? We will. See Taos right there? It's 80 miles over to Canada. Of course, Canada isn't, it's a different sectional. See all the open water? And when I would go to Oshkosh for the annual fly-in, you fly right across the old, there's Oshkosh right there. Fly over here. I'd come up around here. Most people fly around Muskegon. Just fly all the way over Lake Michigan. Yeah, I have. Yep, I have Maggie. Oh, did he really, Amy? No kidding, huh? Yeah, she wants to, she's bored. Hey, you want to go bye-bye? You do want to go bye-bye. You do want to go bye-bye. All right. Here's an old 172 for sale. General aviation in this country is dead. Unless you're planning on doing flying for a career, the days of a guy just going out and taking flying lessons because he always wanted to do it are pretty much over. Aviation, there's only about 3 companies underwriting aviation insurance, and you know what happens when that happens, when it's not competitive. I mean, everything's just like crazy expensive. And fuel's through the roof, not like bad as it was. That a girl, huh? Come on. That's my baby. That's my girl. Mainly it's because of work, and the middle of class is disappearing. People are trying to keep from losing their homes, and they've been laid off for 3 years, and they went broke because they owned a restaurant. When I first started flying, I mean, I took lessons in high school, but I didn't finish up till later on. I'm telling you, it took me people think when you're into flying, it's like, oh, you're so smart, and wow. Let me tell you, it took me forever to get my pilot's license. It did, man. Even though I liked it and I wanted to do it, I absolutely hated ground school, but I forced my way through it. She does. And eventually I got it, but I certainly took the long route. And flying is not hard at all. It's not. When you don't know anything about something, I can introduce you to some of the stupidest people I've ever met in my life that are airline pilots. I'm not shitting you. You wouldn't believe some of the shit these airline pilots do when you get them out of their regime. There was one Air Finland guy that used to rent, he was a captain on something, used to rent airplanes at the place where I was just telling you about. He ran out of gas one time on the way to Canada. Had to land in a gravel pit. Another college professor taught physics at U of M. 2 times he was talking to the control tower in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and landed at a different airport in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I mean, anybody can make mistakes, but these are like huge, giant mistakes. He ended up taking off in known icing conditions. In a 182, the engine ended up getting ice, crashed in Lake St. Clair. He drowned and his wife lived. I had another hangar guy that was across from me, Larry Stenke, Stienke. He owned a gas station in Ann Arbor. He kept flunking his instrument check ride. But that didn't keep him from loading up his family and neighbors and pets and crashing up near Gaylord and killed every one of them except the daughter, who was 7 years old and crawled to a house and ended up surviving. There's another guy up here that used to have a 172. He was always doing crazy shit. He was buzzing a lake about 15 miles from here with his daughter. Ended up crashing. The plane actually went through the ice and they both drowned. I don't know whether these people watch Mary Poppins or whatever. There's another guy that had a tri-pacer. He did Paul Cartman from Ann Arbor. He did a 160 horsepower conversion. He used to tow banners. He ended up taking off in about a 30 knot crosswind, which the plane isn't capable of. Crashing on takeoff, not landing, which is a little unusual. Lost both eyes, both legs, and both arms. What'd you ask me, Stacy? What did you ask me? Yeah, thanks, Nicole. But all these flying stories pale in comparison to motorcycle accidents. I'd run out of time before I ran out of incidents I knew of. If you look at statistics, skydiving's safe. So is flying a small airplane. Riding a motorcycle is not. I'd love one. Who the hell wouldn't like some, 200 horsepower motorcycle that got 60 miles a gallon? But I know better. I'm not taking. It's risk analysis. That's why the premiums are different for somebody that's 65 and somebody that's 16. You got all sorts of data you can crunch, and you have a pretty good idea who does what. That's why when you're 65 with a good driving record, your insurance is $700 a year. And when you're 16 and you just got your license, your insurance is $2,700 a year. It's the same thing with activities. And flying is safe. If you're in certified aircraft. Once you get into this home-built thing like I was talking about the other day, all bets are off. But if you're in a certified produced airplane, it's safe. And the airlines is just like crazy safe. I mean, I got the airlines. You got to give them A+. Yeah, you'll have like that 737 Max that they followed the instruments right down into the water and it killed everybody. I mean, you're going to have an incident here and there, but we're talking worldwide. Yeah, what happened to Stacy? I'm gonna have to pull over here to see on this. Yeah, those are for landing off airport, the big tires. You don't want to be bottoming out and flipping over. Tundra tires, they call them. You're landing on beaches and all that. That's another thing that's, all bets are off when you're landing outside of an airport environment. And if you look at the insurance premiums of these bush pilots, it's like through the roof. Most of them pay cash for the plane if they can and just go bareback, because if you buy the insurance, you can't afford to be in business. Yeah, you're lucky, Soper Girl. Yeah, motorcycles are dangerous. If you have a shitty marriage and you don't like your husband and it costs too much to get divorced and it's too much stress on the children, buy him a motorcycle. You won't be on crime TV. You're not going to be, you can cry like a baby at the funeral. And your husband won't be around anymore. Well, dying's one thing. It's being a quadriplegic is what scares me. That's what scares me. Nah, I didn't, because I ran her at the airport and I ran her at the township office. I had a couple of buildings, a little office that I totally redid, and another building that I stored stained glass in that I'd buy from churches they were tearing down. And I sold those about a year ago. It took me forever to sell them, 5 years. And the kid was going to open a coffee shop, some kind of like air charged coffee or something. Super nice family. They own oil wells. Well, I see that nothing's been done. And they were such a nice, like, homeschool and all that shit. Everybody liked them. They haven't done a thing. I hope everything's okay with them. Yeah, we got about 8 inches of snow, I'd say. You know what I think I am going to do though? I'm going to take a ride out to that super clear little bit of water, see if my submarine got dislodged. My little submarine. I don't care if it didn't. I didn't like it anyway. I got a little video of it with this light blinking, but man, I wouldn't have thought I could lose that in that little bullshit pond, but I did. It's in there somewhere too because you could hear it beep, but I could not find it. I spent 2 hours looking for that damn thing. Couldn't find it. Yeah. These poor people, they bought this Dairy Queen right after, just as COVID was taking off. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I don't know where it's at. It's just some, it's one of those type things that I'll probably never find. I don't really care. I didn't like it that much anyway. I should have just took it out. I started fooling around with that wooden boat. Hey, remind me tomorrow if you can give me that ride to give you that canoe. That little canoe. It is super cool. I mean, I'd rather find it than not, but it's not going to be the end of the world because it was a piece of junk. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Yeah, I don't really do that much for the homeless or the working girls. I mean, I do a little bit. I mean, I tell it like it is. And, it's the bare minimum. Am I doing anything bad? No, unless you talk to my critics. I'm an exploiter, a user, a murderer, a rapist. I'm having sex with them. But the truth of the matter is, even at the beginning when I didn't know anything, I mean, I knew heroin was bad for you. That's about it. Even at the beginning, I wanted to go down there. How you doing? Here's $10. Can I buy you dinner? Hope you get out of here. If I can give you a hand, I will. But it was never a rescue mission. I mean, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I wish I could. And I do in a small, barely moving the needle way what I can. Like with Tassie lately in her rent. Big deal. I've been lucky, she hasn't. I don't think it's time to anoint me for anything for just being decent. I mean, I could introduce you to my wife or my ex-girlfriends. I probably, was nicer to the working girls than I was to them sometimes. I'm a moody bastard. And there's a reason why I haven't had a girlfriend in 30 years. So, I mean, it's interesting. People read into a situation what they want to believe. Some people are just scared of meeting people under those circumstances. I don't really get it. And here's what I feel good about: connecting the dots with people that were usually treated poorly. If it was the local people, like I said, Marguerite, Maddie getting shot with pellet guns, paintballs. They got a huge social support network now. People send them cards, converse with them. They have a social life. And it's all because of YouTube. There's no way around it. And I'm thankful for that. They're on their own now. They got over 10,000 subscribers. This is like my dream setup. I hope Tassie and Becky and every other damn person that I know can do the same thing. From day one with everybody, I've always offered to set them up on their own channel. Show them how to do it. Get your own shit going, and you don't ever have to go through me for another interview. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but again, it's nothing. This isn't really noteworthy. There's nothing worse than just listening to some son of a bitch bragging about feeding a stray cat. I mean, I don't even like cats that much. It's not that I dislike them or would abuse them, but I'm certainly not gonna see one that needs food and not give it to them. But I don't think that should You know, people magnify this like it's some big damn deal. I don't think it is. This is I-75 I'm going under right here. I don't think it's a big deal at all. Just the bare minimum. There's lots of people that do this shit. Feed cats, take sandwiches to the girls. It's like not a big deal. But if you're a hateful, miserable son of a bitch, that there's a group of people out there that just think that every prostitute is a scourge of life that should be jailed, that's spreading diseases, that is a maggot in society. Yeah, there are people out there that think these people should be eliminated. That's how nuts people are. That's you know, look at these crazy serial killer nut jobs and the logic they have on why they do what they do. John Wayne Gacy said that he gave the children the love that they never had. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, like chopping them up into pieces and burying them. Yeah, that's some real love, you wacko son of a bitch. You know, all these crazy, Ted Bundy, John Norman Collins, just nuts. You got to give it to Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, if you ever watch those interviews, those documentaries, he knew he was messed up, and it really seemed to me like he really was interested in someone figuring out why he did all that crazy shit. So the point here is when you get up in the morning and you feel like brushing your teeth, be grateful. He didn't. And if he could have changed it, he would have. And you can't blame a bad upbringing. His parents were nice people. Look at Jim Morrison. His dad was a colonel in the United States military. He's got this guy peeing on people during a concert. And father must have been like mortified. Yeah, sociopaths. That's exactly it. You got a lot of them on YouTube. Just these mean, troublemaking, rumor starting scumbags. They go to bed at night with a big smile on their face, thinking all the trouble they caused. Fake accounts. A third of these wackos create fake accounts and converse with themselves about getting stalked. It doesn't get any nuttier than that. Constant drama. They don't get any dopamine through regular life. They don't work. They're broke. They have no future. And the only thing they derive pleasure from is causing trouble because it's cheap, it's accessible, and it's very easy. Even a monkey can create a YouTube channel and start rumors and call police on people that aren't doing anything. I bet this fucker that got me swatted, I bet he shot a big fucking load in his pants when he saw the police come in there while I was eating lunch. Oh, here's turkey. This looks like a pheasant or a turkey. Oh, a pheasant, a turkey. See him? Yeah, I mean, people are absolutely crazy. Oh, did he really? Yeah, you were safe though. You were the wrong sex. This husky's tied out here all the time. Beautiful dog. Hey, buddy. See, Daisy's in a warm car. You're not. There's some girl that used to be on my chats a long time ago that claimed that Jeffrey Dahmer bought her a drink in a bar. I don't know why. Yeah, I think this snow is going to be a little deep in here today. Yeah. I don't know why Jeffrey Dahmer would buy this lady a drink. Must have been drunk. Another troublemaking psycho. People want to be part of like drama, you know, that's kind of like drama. Jeffrey Dahmer bought me a drink. Yeah, I say I doubt that if he was sober, he wouldn't have bought you one. It's like, what a waste of a bullet. What a bitch. I don't think I'm gonna go mess in that pond. The snow's too deep. Yeah, liked her mustache. Yeah, it was something like that. I think it's a bullshit story. Rumors. People exaggerate. Fishermen and pilots are the same way. You know, the one that got away, that's no shit. When it gets into urban folklore and everybody knows about it, that's because so many people have heard it. Same with flying. Some guy will fly into a snow squall without an instrument rating, and he'll act like he was Charles Lindbergh. And then you go back and you look at the old weather reports, and you find that there wasn't even any snow reported on radar. It was so minuscule that, you know, you maybe were in it for 30 seconds and couldn't see, but it wasn't any, you know, harrowing, life-threatening event. Yeah, it's pretty out here, isn't it? Well, those huskies are definitely, you know, equipped for this cold weather. That damn dog's out all the time. It looks like he's doing well. Hey, Alethea. No, it's not. This isn't bad at all. Actually, it's not icy. It's snowy. Big difference. When the snow is dry like this and super cold, it's actually good traction. It's not what it looks like. This is nothing. This is actually good traction. If there's not any car behind me when I get on the side of the street, I'll show you right now. I'll jam on the brakes. See what I mean? I stopped quick. It's really not bad at all. Yeah, this is a big Bigfoot place, you know. Yeah, this is a big Bigfoot congregation thing. They actually have a yearly meeting here. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Nobody has one on a trail cam. No babies. Everything in the world's been hit by a car up here. No, never been hit by a car. Nobody shot one at hunting season, which is legal because it's not indigenous. So you trail cams, photographs, people camping. Zero. Nobody's ever found a baby one that got lost or the parents got killed. It's just a bunch of bullshit. You know, there's some pretty good studies out there on the belief gene, that there are certain personalities. I'm not talking about you Christians that want to believe things, and they'll do whatever they can to make that valid. There's a guy up here that says that he's heard Bigfoot breaking logs while he's out in the woods. Yeah, okay, right, yep. Okay, sure. And the Animal Planet came up to around Houghton Lake for a week. That seems like a big bunch of bullshit too. And the guys that, I know guys that are parents owned a deer camp that have been out of business, and that's one of the places where the Animal Planet was like looking for Bigfoot. And they said it was comical, the stupid shit they were doing. Now, if it's legit, why do you have to resort to like a clown fest? You could come up here right now. I could offer you $1 million for a Bigfoot footprint. You couldn't find one. It's because it doesn't exist. It's created in people's minds. I'm not kidding you. You know, I got a Bigfoot costume. And I know the one guy that's really into this, and I showed up to their Bigfoot thing he's a good guy, really. And I had a hard time keeping a straight face listening to these lectures. There's a Russian like travels around, gives these lectures. I had a hard time keeping a straight face listening to these adults talk like this thing was really around. I'm not shitting you, man. It's like, I mean, you could have sent the Boston Strangler, and I'd have been more attentive, because at least he was, it's real. And these people are just telling these stories, how they saw Bigfoot here and Bigfoot there. Yeah, okay. The next time, now that I got this GoPro, the next time I put my Bigfoot suit on, I will strap the GoPro to my head, and I will let you guys, I've done this before. I've done it before. I will show you the reaction that you get when I run across the expressway from these nut jobs. I'm not kidding you. I haven't done it in quite a while. You just get bored. It's like, it's not as fun as it, maybe I will take Daisy for a little walk. It's not as fun as, I don't think I will, I'll lose my signal. It's not as fun when people just fall for this. I mean, I think it looks like a, easily recognizable costume. So when you see some adult, give you this reaction, I just think, God, you are so stupid. This is like a Halloween outfit, you moron. They take pictures, chase you. When I set up for it, you're not going to be able to shoot me even if you want it. I got an exit strategy. You're not going to be able to run me down with a car, and you're not going to be able to get to the place where you see me without driving about 4 miles. I don't want to give away my location, so I don't really care. You can't overdo it. You just kind of gotta like stand there. I had a couple buddies of mine help me before. The way to set it up properly is you have a buddy at a rest stop or a gas station, and he points out to a third party, hey, do you see what I see? Because if you're not obvious, it works so much better when they see you like just part of you, rather than standing out in the open. I mean, even if it was real, why would like Sasquatch just be standing out? You gotta like be bent over like you're eating or something, and then the third party pointed out. That's when you really get the ball rolling. And I'll tell you, I have Bigfoot videos uploaded. If you search my channel, Bigfoot Sasquatch, and every time I've done that, look at the negative comments that I get. These people are really offended that I'm making fun of something that's legitimate. It's because they're crazy. Yeah, I haven't done it in a long time. It gets boring after a while because people take the bait so quick. Like I said, they believe what they want to believe. Nuts. Yeah, Oregon Ski Trail, yep. It's a really good costume. It's a good head. It's like 6'5" with the head on. It's hard to see through though. And it's hard to breathe through. And it's hot. It's hot in there. This damn plowing guy didn't get here till like 2:30 in the morning. So all the driveways are filled with snow. I don't really give a shit. Yeah, I'm all for nuclear energy, big time. There's cat food I put out there. New pile of cat food. All right, well, you guys have a good Sunday. I'll be on later tonight. Go in and do some vacuuming, believe it or not. And I hope you have a good Sunday. Happy Valentine's Day. I didn't even know it was Valentine's Day. See you, Terry. Bye, Rita. See you, Clays. Intellectual, Renee, Debbie, Vern, Alex, Faye. See you, Sweet Tea. No, I don't believe in alien life either. I don't believe in alien life either. Unless you're counting my estranged wife's boyfriend. You too, Debbie and Dave. See you, Maggie. Bye, Amy. Try that tonight. Sleep like a baby. Whoa. You'll be sleeping like a baby. Okay, Alethea. See you, Dan. You ready to go inside, hon? Babies? Take care, you guys. We go inside, hon.